SVG-TV News headlines, sponsored in part by Flo.
Headlines: Minister of Finance hails government hotel management agreement with Marriott International as a major boost for SVG's tourism industry. Bahamas government immigration policy halted in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. U.S. mark 18 years of 9/11 terror attacks. And in sports, Pollard grateful for his new role leading the West Indies One-Day International and T20 teams, and said he can't wait to see them succeed under this leadership. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline, sponsored in part by Flo.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Wednesday, September 11th, 2019. I am Yvette Boynes with the details. SVG is said to be further positioning itself as an important tourism player in the region. This was echoed by two government ministers at yesterday's ceremonial signing of an agreement between Marriott International and the government of SVG through the National Properties Limited at the private Mountwin beachfront. As part of the agreement, Marriott International will manage the state-owned 250-room hotel, which will be constructed at Mountwin using the Marriott Hotel brand. SVG-TV's Barvin Oliver tells us more in this report.
The ceremonial signing of the agreement between the government of SVG and Marriott International paves the way for the start of construction of a 250-room state-owned hotel at Mountwin on the leeward side of the island. Speaking at yesterday's signing ceremony, Minister of Tourism, Sports and Culture Cecile McKee said the signing comes at a time when SVG is experiencing increases in visitor arrivals in all areas. Minister McKee said the construction of a Marriott hotel on mainland St. Vincent will add significant value to this country's tourism product in all aspects. He further stated that the location at Mountwin opens up much of the natural treasures of SVG.
I can assure the Marriott that they are ideally located at this site. Indeed, 45 minutes to an hour in each direction, your guests and staff can enjoy much of the treasures that St. Vincent and the Grenadines has to offer. Your guests will have 9 bays of black sand beaches available to them. A guided tour on a hike to the La Soufrière Mountains, or if not, to less demanding areas in Richmond, where biodiversity is very strong. Or you might want to take a soak in the many pools and waterfalls on the leeward side of the islands.
Also speaking at yesterday's ceremony was Minister of Finance and Economic Planning Camila Gonzalez, who said the Marriott SVG resort will be a jewel in the crown of SVG's tourism product and a declaration of intent that SVG is on its way to becoming a major, unique, sustainable player in the tourism industry. Gonzalez said the Marriott Hotel brand has a proven track record for quality and excellence, making it the perfect choice to manage the state-owned hotel at Mountwin.
It has an inbuilt market of thousands of Bonvoy members. That's their sort of their frequent flyer club. Million. Who will want to use their frequent stay points at new hotels in new locations. And they have a marketing system in place, not to market not only to their Bonvoy members, but to market internationally the new hotel and destination. They have, as Glenn mentioned, prior experience of successfully managing resorts on beaches with black sand, because there were some people who came to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and said, oh, this is a great spot. The only problem we see is that we're going to have to dig up all the sand and replace it with white sand. And we said we can't market a natural, sustainable, environmentally conscious site if we're going to dig up what God put here and put something else there. And Marriott had their own view, and we appreciate that view and that experience.
President of Hotel Development for the Caribbean and Latin America at Marriott International, Boyan Kumer, said the hotel brand boasts over 1 million employees and that there will be tremendous opportunities for Vincentians to gain employment and self-development during the construction and operation of the hotel.
When this hotel opens, we will operate in more than 140 countries around the world, and we will employ approximately 1 million employees in all of our franchised and managed properties. This hotel will employ approximately 250 to 300 employees, and these employees will actually have the opportunity to work for the largest hotel chain in the world, and will have a tremendous opportunity to grow their professional careers and explore the world. We're looking forward to see this hotel open its doors and welcome the first guest in a couple of years. Again, thank you very much for having me here today. I'm looking forward to returning to St. Vincent, but hopefully next time will be a vacation time for me.
That's right.
The Marriott Hotel at Mount Twin, along with the Royal Mill, are among the hotel developments taking place here for the next 2 to 3 years, and they are expected to increase the total room stock by 1,000 and open up more opportunities for investment and growth in the tourism sector. For SVG-TV's Evening News, I am Barvin Oliver.
Minister of Finance Camilla Gonzalez also used the opportunity at yesterday's ceremony to highlight some of the developments expected to take place in the central Leeward area in the coming months and years. He said the developments are not limited to hotel construction, but will also include the creation of residential and business infrastructure in the area.
Over the hill there, we have the developers of the Black Sands Resort who are building a facility, and they're currently employing over 135 people in construction there. I was in conversations with the management of the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines yesterday morning, and Derry Williams informs me that at Peters Hope there's a plan in place to use 2 acres of land to build a financial services sector system at Peters Hope. There's going to be a Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, there's going to be an NIS office, there are going to be ATMs, there are going to be facilities for other banking businesses, and very importantly, there's also going to be a police station at that location. The government is going to donate the land, and the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will build the facility. And of course we'll have the police there, but the other facilities will be there by the private sector.
The Finance and Economic Planning Minister said other local entities have already begun to explore the creation of a residential center in the area.
The National Insurance Services and the General Employees Cooperative Credit Union, GECU, have embarked on an ambitious plan to provide 201 lots for residential development on 57 acres of land at Peters Hope. The project began conceptually in 2015 with the construction of an access road and accelerated with the commencement of consultancies to design the road and drainage network across the property. NIS and GECU have so far spent over $2 million on this plan. In August, they accepted the preliminary design report, which incorporated the design options for the Peters Hope Development Road and Drainage Network, and the cost of that road and drainage network project is $12.5 million. They're going to begin that in January of 2020 and complete it in August of 2021.
Minister Gonzalez added that the government will also be given a facelift to the communities of Layu and Barrowley.
Tourist who drives or takes a boat, because you're going to be able to check in either from the road or from the dock at this new hotel, the tourist who drives from the Argyle International Airport here is likely not going to drive back along that road until he or she is leaving to fly back to their destination. But they will, many of them, want to explore a little bit of the local scenery and the local culture. And the two nearest towns to here are Layu and Barley. And we have committed in this budget to do the consultancy services for the beautification and the improvement of amenities of Layu to the south and Barley to the north, to make sure that by the time this hotel is completed, when they drive through Layu, they're going to say, what a beautiful town. I have to make sure to come back and visit this town when I come to the hotel. And the residents of Layu and Barley will be equipped to monetize the presence of all of these hundreds and thousands of new tourists in their midst.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines is expected to become the 79th country to join the International Solar Alliance, an initiative by India aimed at combating the threats of climate change and global warming. Thank you, PM at Comrade Ralph. Welcome your sunny dispensation and warm sentiments, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar tweeted after a meeting with Prime Minister Gonzalez, who is in the Asian country on a 5-day visit. Countries which have signed the agreement until now include Bolivia, Palau, France, Australia, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, Japan, amongst others. The agreement was opened for signature during the COP 22 in Morocco on November 15, 2016. The International Solar Alliance is a group of 121 solar resource-rich countries with headquarters in Gurugram, India. According to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, the organization aims to deploy over 1,000 gigawatts of solar energy and mobilize more than $1,000 billion into solar power by 2030. Prime Minister Gonzalez yesterday met with India's President Narendra Modi. The Prime Minister and his delegation are expected to return to the state on Monday, September 16. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Electricity Company, VINLEC, is analyzing and testing an electric vehicle which is now part of the company's fleet. The company purchased the electric vehicle, a 7-seater Nissan ENV 200, which is currently being used for courier services. Public Relations Officer Tamara Job-Sprott said the addition of the electric vehicle to the company's fleet is an indication that they are keeping abreast with advanced technologies with customers in mind.
The St. Vincent context, electric vehicles are relatively new, so we have decided that we should bring it into our country, test what is happening, share the information. So for example, our mechanic supervisor, our vehicle maintenance supervisor, Mr. Nichols, and one of his staff attended a training session in Barbados for an extended period, but to compare what is happening with the electric vehicle with what is happening with what we call our gas vehicle, and determine what sort of changes, how much electricity is consumed to run the vehicle compared with how much gas, and it will drive how we make decisions as we go forward with electric vehicles, and we'll also have the data to provide to persons who may wish to understand how electric vehicles work in our country.
A Barbados-trained vehicle maintenance technician, Andrew Nichols, said thus far the vehicle is running smoothly and explained the difference to that of a petrol vehicle.
Operates as a gas tank in comparison to a gasoline vehicle. It's a 40 kilowatt hour battery. It will have a motor, a charger, inverter, and a PCM that is in one unit that operates the vehicles. It has safety mechanisms in place that has a battery management system that monitors the battery. If the battery gets too hot or anything that is going wrong with the battery, that monitors that, and if something out of the ordinary shows up, the battery management system would shut the vehicle down. What it also does is that it monitors when you go in and press the start button for the vehicle, it monitors the voltage at the battery and the voltage at the motor. And if there's a significant difference between the voltage, it would shut the vehicle down, because then it's not sure what is happening with the voltage that is leaving the battery.
The first electric vehicle hybrid was brought in by the government and is being used by the energy unit. It is the hope that more persons here can use the electric vehicles once it is feasible for them to do so. Dorchester Hill man found dead with throat reportedly slashed. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
Funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones, and that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. At the New Haven Funeral Home, we desire to impact positively in the industry because we recognize that a greater part of what we do is not just quality caskets or quality coffins, but quality service. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. This standard extends to all areas of our work. We accommodate all clients, regardless of circumstance, all without compromising quality. I actually get this question a lot. And although it's not the most glamorous of jobs, I love it. Because we get to help people. We get to help families when they need it the most.
New Haven Funeral Home, helping families preserve memories.
C-Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products to furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs, the first St. Vincent Bank building. Don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. C-Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
Kidney disease is a growing concern around the world and here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chronic kidney disease is a life-threatening condition which occurs when a person's kidneys are no longer able to clean the toxins and waste products from the blood or perform other kidney functions normally. When this happens, a person needs dialysis. Dialysis is where a machine takes over the function of the kidney and safely removes the poisonous waste from the blood. Since 2012, Health Solutions Inc. has operated a full-service hemodialysis facility in SVG that offers state-of-the-art equipment, courteous, well-trained staff, and a comfortable treatment environment.
We're encouraging for early detection. Anyone who is either diabetic or hypertensive and has any questions or concerns, please contact us at 784-451-2836 or visit us at www.healthsolutionssvg.org.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktops, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. A Dorchester Hill man was found dead a short distance away from his place of abode around 7 a.m. today. There were bloodstains in and outside of his home, and his body had what appeared to be a cut to the throat. As we hear in this report by Larissa Pugsley Kidd, family members who suspect foul play are calling for justice.
Garfield Mufford, also known as Yabba, a farmer who was in his late 40s, was discovered this morning in the Peppers village of Dorsetshire Hill, where he resided. The swollen body, which had a foul odour, was discovered just after 7 a.m. by a fellow farmer who had gone to tether his animals on the land that has overgrown grass. The body was a few meters away downhill from where Mufford lived in a shack. Brother of the deceased, John Mufford, said he last saw his brother on Monday last week and that he was shocked by his death, noting that his body had visible marks of violence and was already in a decomposed state.
I lot is this morning when they wake me up and tell me come see something down here, and I come down and I recognize him. I recognize the body. He was face down and something was over his head and his throat cut.
He had any clothes?
Yeah, I recognize from the boxer.
So just a boxer he had?
And a pants, but the boxer hanging up.
Mufford's relatives say the deceased lived alone in this shack for almost 4 years. At the shack, there were signs of blood stain on the ground outside, on the galvanized, and splattered on the flooring inside the shack. Lennox Mufford said he too would like to see justice for his brother.
Well, my brother passed away here. Looked like he had a struggle with someone, you know. So I ain't much I could say about him, but it was my brother, and I love him, even though we never used to get along day to day. That's how family are, but it's my brother still. God rest his soul. Okay.
Would you like to see any justice?
Yeah, if justice is there for it, let justice prevail, you know. So, whoever it is, everything doesn't come one time, but when it comes slowly.
Mufford's death has not yet been ruled as a homicide, as the police awaits the results of a post-mortem examination expected to be performed on the body. Reporting for SVG-TV News, Larissa Pugsley Kidd.
Everyone's life is valuable and every threat of suicide must be taken seriously. So says psychologist Dr. Joselle Miller as she spoke with SVG-TV News on the significance of World Suicide Prevention Day, commemorated annually on September 10th, and the signs persons can look for in their loved ones. Dr. Miller said there is no one cause for suicide, as issues such as substance abuse, depression and anxiety can heighten the risk of suicide. Dr. Miller said a preoccupation with death, as well as constant research into ways on how it can be done, are signs to look out for with a suicidal person.
For different avenues or means, so that they're trying to figure out what is the mode I should use, whether to use hanging, taking pills, putting a knife to their wrist, or whatever the case is. They are examining or investigating different ways in which they can do it. Feelings of depression, feeling trapped, feeling a sense of hopelessness and helplessness. We also look at persons who are not only preoccupied with death, but persons who begin to make plans for their own death. So they begin to put things in place, probably distributing property or any possessions that they have. Persons who isolate themselves, you see a change in personality. So perhaps they were very outgoing and suddenly they have withdrawn. They became isolated. Persons who are quite anxious. Persons with unexplained mood swings. These are some of the warning signs that we have to look out for.
The psychologist also has some important advice for parents.
Parents also need to pay attention to children who may have been cutting themselves. Self-mutilation is seen as a precursor or an introduction to the whole idea of suicide, because the first attempt of actually hurting yourself is the hardest. It becomes easier after that. So you want to look at your child's wrist. Some of them may cut their sides or their legs, their upper thigh. You need to also look out for that, because that is a serious warning or marker, a red flag for suicidal threat. Persons who are determined to commit suicide will seek out times when they're going to be alone, because they want to make sure that no one will be there to save them or to help them. Everyone's life is valuable, and we have to take every threat of suicide seriously.
There are several entities and organizations which can provide help and guidance to those who have suicidal thoughts, and psychologist Kimberly Cambridge explained how and where these persons can seek help.
If you or a loved one is considering suicide or having suicidal thoughts, there is hope and there is help. The Mental Health Center is available to assist you. The Milton Keaton Memorial Hospital, the non-governmental organization of the Marion House, the psychology department at the Milton Keaton Memorial Hospital, any trusted spiritual advisor or pastor or counselor, and a friend that you really trust, you can reach out to any of those persons, as well as the Family Affairs Department at the Ministry of National Mobilization. So if you or anyone that you know is in need of assistance or help and having suicidal thoughts, you can reach out to any of those organizations.
According to the International Association for Suicide Prevention, every year suicide is among the top 20 leading causes of death globally. It is responsible for over 800,000 deaths, which equates to one suicide every 40 seconds. Bahamas government immigration policy halted in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. This from the region. When we return, stay with us.
That was a local news segment.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs, and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Singer is a family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances, TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture, right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses, right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
At RE/MAX, we know you want to sell your property at top dollar and as fast as possible. To help you sell at top dollar, all of our agents are trained to negotiate the highest possible price for your property. And to sell as fast as possible, our agents can access over 120,000 agents around the globe, which results in more potential buyers. This is why nobody in the world sells more real estate than RE/MAX. Contact your RE/MAX agent today and get your property sold.
Do you suffer from pain in your back, knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz-ready finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome to our news from the region. Bahamas' immigration policy is being adjusted in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian. It comes as thousands have been displaced by the deadly storm. We hear more on the government's position on the matter in this Eyewitness News report.
Nobody in what we are experiencing is more important than anybody else. And Bahamians are hearing that and they're accepting that.
The government has made a decision not to apprehend any undocumented migrant impacted by Hurricane Dorian. This from Immigration Minister Ellsworth Johnson.
All and sundry, regardless of origin, immigration status, to take advantage of social services, the shelters, the health care, as we have always been doing in the Bahamas.
Minister Johnson says it's a practice that international partners have also implemented, and they're following suit.
You have seen boats left, Abaco and Freeport, and some persons who are undocumented are allowed to get on those boats before Bahamians, and everybody's waiting in an orderly manner. So for those areas affected, no. But for those areas that are unaffected, the immigration officers know what they ought to do.
There have been claims that volunteers and officials from government agencies have had issues dealing with survivors, particularly those from known Haitian communities. This Bahamian from Spring City, Marsh Harbor, who we spoke to after she arrived on an evacuation ferry Saturday, recounted her experience.
I feel very disappointed, very disappointed. You understand? I just told my nephew, I was trying to sing the national anthem coming on the boat, and I forgot the words.
Wow.
I forgot the words. That bugged me. You understand? And we came on this boat. We were standing in the sun. My mommy is 80. My mommy is 86 years old. We were standing in the sun for hours. We had to put the bags down for her. And they shouting at you, get in one line, get in this line.
Minister Johnson has gone as far as to suggest that if any survivor is approached in a questionable manner, they should report it.
Anybody comes and raise, or you even think they have the intention to raise the issue of someone's immigration status, call me directly, and I have strict instructions from the Prime Minister to deal with that post-haste.
The Immigration Minister, however, did go on record addressing rumors that the Bahamas would offer asylum to those without status.
At this time, there's been no instructions given to me by the Most Honorable Prime Minister and his cabinet that any asylum will be given to anybody. We know that there are a number of persons who ought not be here. And then for those unaffected areas, no, that we will be out there. I've said to the immigration director, I have a serious concern that when sometimes we do these enforcement measures, that nobody is being arrested for harboring. I wanted to say to the Bahamian public, I don't want anybody to be calling me. If you're found harboring anybody, that will assist us greatly. The $6,000 you'd have to pay.
Minister Senator Dion Folks, who heads up the government's Shantytown Action Task Force, is reinforcing that many of the residents in these communities are not illegal.
There is a view out there that the majority of the persons living in the mud and pitch and pee were undocumented. That is not true. You can refer to the surveys that we release publicly. Over 80% of the residents living in the Shantytowns and Abaco had some type of legal status, whether citizenship, permanent residency, spousal work permits, or work permits. So I just want to make that clear.
Clint Watson, Eyewitness News.
The official death toll count now stands at 50, and while the number is expected to increase, officials say figures circulating on social media and other forums have been grossly exaggerated and that no mass burials have been ordered.
We may never find some persons given the level of flooding. But what we would be able to do is come close to determining the number of persons who would have perished.
With 50 persons confirmed dead and 20 missing in Grand Bahama, National Security Minister Marvin Dames said as search and rescue efforts continue, some people may never be found. He's also denying claims of mass graves in Abaco and reports that nearly 3,000 persons have died during the passage of Dorian.
Those were checked and not substantiated, and it gives the impression as if the authorities I've heard some persons saying, well, they're hiding the bodies, or why would we do that? Just tell me, what will it gain us to do such a thing?
Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sands also dispelled those rumors.
There have been no mass burials in Abaco. As a matter of fact, we have not even completed the first autopsy on individuals who have succumbed from the storm in Abaco. Social media is a serious thing. It's a dangerous thing. And we have had to dispel rumors about cholera. We've had to dispel rumors about mandatory evacuation. We've had to dispel rumors now about mass burials. It seems as if there are individuals who are either bored or just downright malicious.
Dames also said it could take months before all the dead bodies are recovered.
Because the searches have to be organized, they have to be methodical, we have to go house by house, settlement by settlement, key by key, right? And there was a tremendous amount of flooding in Grand Bahama and Marsh Harbor and other places, and so we have to search the Pine Barren and other desolate areas to see if bodies may have washed up somewhere.
However, he said bodies are being discovered every day.
The team found 5 yesterday, I think, in the mud and the Pigeon Pea.
Dr. Sands explains why the process of recovering persons has become a challenge.
You cannot use equipment that would violate the dignity of these human remains. So you can't go with a bulldozer and just rummage through a particular area. Imagine that this was your loved one. You would want to know that all due care and attention was taken.
Sancheska Brown.
The U.S. marks 18 years of 9/11 terror attacks. This from the international scene. When we return, stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Couriers Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents, and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Curates Distribution Limited.
Welcome to the international news. Anniversary ceremonies were held today in the U.S. in remembrance of the nearly 3,000 people killed when terrorists crashed hijacked planes on September 11, 2001 into the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and an airfield. Victims' names were read aloud at the Ground Zero ceremony, where moments of silence and tolling bells marked the moments when the aircraft crashed and the World Trade Center's Twin Towers fell. Here's more.
Jordan M. Ahmad Jr.
Edelmiro Abad.
Marie Rose Abad.
David D. Alger. Ernest Alakakos.
Our help in ages past. Our hope for years to come. Our shelter from the stormy blast. And our eternal home. Loving God, 18 years ago, terrorists sought to crush and divide us. Instead, the world witnessed the true American spirit. We rejoiced with survivors and shed tears for people we never met. We gave thanks for the men and women who put their lives at risk in an attempt to rescue and aid total strangers. And today we remember the children, parents, spouses, family, and friends whose hearts will forever know the sting of grief.
On 9/11, terrorists from a distant land attacked the spirit of our nation. On a grassy field in Pennsylvania, in the Twin Towers of New York City, and here at the Pentagon, they stole the lives of thousands of innocent people. Fearful of American values, ideas, and freedoms, our nation's enemies sought to dim the beacon of hope that America has long shown throughout the world. And while the terrorist attacks brought great pain, the American people responded with even greater bravery and determination.
Today, our nation honors and mourns the nearly 3,000 lives that were stolen from us on September 11th, 2001. On these grounds, 184 people were murdered when Al-Qaeda terrorists overtook American Airlines Flight 77 and crashed it into the Pentagon. For every American who lived through that day, the September 11th attack is seared into our soul. It was a day filled with shock, horror, sorrow, and righteous fury. Each of you, the First Lady and I, are united with you in grief. We come here in the knowledge that we cannot erase the pain or reverse the evil of that dark and wretched day. But we offer you all that we have, our unwavering loyalty, our undying devotion, and our eternal pledge that your loved ones will never, ever be forgotten.
And that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, we take a look at our local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Curates Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents, and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Curates Distribution Limited.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
For a local weather forecast, present conditions partly cloudy, winds east-southeast at 7 kilometers per hour, temperature 28.0 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 81%, barometric pressure 1011.1 millibar, 24-hour rainfall 1.0 millimeter. Today's maximum temperature 30.6 degrees Celsius, today's minimum temperature 26.2 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 6:09 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 5:53 a.m. The forecast, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with a few scattered showers. And now synopsis. Weak unstable conditions are affecting the island.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
SVG-TV Sports, sponsored by Remax Results Realty.
Remax Results Realty proudly presents this 3-story family home in Golden Vale. It features 5 bedrooms plus a 2-bedroom apartment on the lower floor. The 14,000 square foot manicured garden, spacious double carport, and separate storage building make this an attractive buy. For additional information, we invite you to visit our website at svghomesandland.com or call our offices in Diamond, 784-456-2016.
Welcome to the evening sports. Trinidadian all-rounder Kieron Pollard said he is honored to lead the West Indies One-Day International and T20 teams. The 32-year-old Pollard replaces Jason Holder and Carlos Brathwaite, who led the One-Day International and T20 teams respectively. The decision to appoint Pollard was among several recommendations approved by the CWI Board of Directors at the quarterly meeting held for the first time in Tobago on September 7th and 8th. Pollard thanked Cricket West Indies Board of Directors for placing their faith and confidence in him and said he can't wait to work with the coaching staff and players as they start building towards future World Cups and give the fans more reasons to get behind the team. It was another record-breaking night for Cristiano Ronaldo despite Robbie Keane's best efforts to steer him away. The Juventus forward netted 4 goals as Portugal beat Lithuania to take his overall tally to 25 in European qualifying, 2 more than the previous record set by former Republic of Ireland striker Keane. After scoring against his 150th different team for club and country, there was no stopping Ronaldo netting his 8th international hat-trick and stealing the limelight. Ronaldo has now scored 93 international goals, 16 behind Iran legend Ali Day's world record in men's football, and is also the first European to score 90 goals for his country. Spring Village and Stag Boys of Sharps Chateaubelair played to a 1-1 draw yesterday afternoon in the Rudy's Electrical Hyrule North Leeward Football Championship at the Golden Grove playing field in Chateaubelair. In the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Hyrule Barley Football League, Legends defeated Curtains 1-0 yesterday at the Curtains playing field. In more local football action yesterday afternoon, in the Firms Division of the Digicel St. Vincent Brewery Breakaway Masters Invitational Football Championship, Correa's Distribution had the better of their counterparts, Correa's Hazels, beating them 4-1 at the Grammar School playing field. Meanwhile, Quebec's Pride and Joy gained the semi-final spot in the Acres Agri-Diamonds Football Championship with a 4-1 victory over Caesars Real Estate World 11 in the last quarter-final yesterday afternoon at the Diamonds playing field. Tomorrow, Computech All-Stars will play against Quebec's Pride and Joy in the second semi-final. The final is scheduled for Sunday. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stars Pharmacy, Massey Stars Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
The body moves in many expressive ways. The freedom of movement is often taken for granted until that freedom is restricted by pain. Myers Pain Kill Gel is scientifically formulated to alleviate muscle and joint inflammation. With this gel, you can target the pain in areas where it's needed the most. Bring the joy of movement back into your life with Myers Pain Kill Gel. Available at leading stores and pharmacies in SVG.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal, at the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to rent for functions, secure parking, great and beyond. At the cruise ship terminal, at the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal, the cruise ship terminal.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz-ready finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz. Bringing value home.
Welcome back. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc held on under intense pressure from both Mercedes drivers to win a nail-biting, incident-filled and controversial Italian Grand Prix last weekend. The 21-year-old pushed the rules on driving conduct to hold off Lewis Hamilton through the middle of the race before Valtteri Bottas took up the challenge in the closing laps after a mistake from the world champion. And there were fresh concerns surrounding Sebastian Vettel after yet another driving error in a long sequence dating back to the middle of last year. Leclerc's victory was his second in a row following his maiden win in Belgium a week ago and Ferrari's first at their home race since Fernando Alonso triumphed in 2010. Registration to this year's primary schools table tennis championships will close on 19th September. The championship is scheduled to begin on 4th October. It will focus on the table tennis skills and knowledge of the participants and is expected to increase social interaction, build a sports culture in schools, and instill positive values that will lead to positive personal development. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
SVG-TV Sports was sponsored by Remax Results Realty.
This classic architecturally designed home was built with general living in mind. 5,536 square feet of interesting living space, all located on an 18,201 square foot waterfront lot in the premier community of Cane Garden. For additional information, we invite you to visit our website at svghomesandland.com or call our offices in Diamond, 784-456-2016.
Do you suffer from pain in your back, knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grungs 453-2089.
This is Jake's Kitchen, the most trendy place to customize your kitchen in all of SVG. And when we say trendy, you better believe it's hot. Because we've got the latest in stylish kitchen accessories and fittings at astonishingly available prices. Guaranteed to make your kitchen bling bling. And our new arrivals will do just that. Step up to our showroom, upstairs Caribbean Glass in Kingstown, and make your kitchen the envy of all. When you're customized by Jake's Kitchen, you don't keep up with the neighbors. Oh no, the neighbors better keep up with you.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Minister of Finance hails government's hotel management agreements with Marriott International as a major boost for SVG's tourism industry. Bahamas government immigration policy halted in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. The U.S. marks 18 years of 9/11 terror attacks. And in sports, Pollard grateful for his new role leading the West Indies One-Day International and T20 teams and said he can't wait to see them succeed under his leadership. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Yvette Bowens. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV's News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentions for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So Don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Honnesville. Call 453-9000.
Favorite game, win house and land, SUV plus 50 grand, 50 and 25 grand, second and third prize in your hand, so play as much as you can, monthly prizes to be won, set for life, a brand new house, set for life, a brand new car, set for life, $10 for a bet, live your life with no regrets, set for life, did your date done set for life, December 28th, set for life, check the lotto machine, get set for 2019, set for life.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktops, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz-ready finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.